This is Sonic, and you're watching JD Frank 20.
What is up, everybody? And I am back with some news. Yes, apparently Sega is to acquire Angry Birds maker Rovio for $776 million. So yes, the reported estimate when the report came out Friday was around $1 billion. I myself even stated that I think $1 billion is a bit too much. I said to myself, I'd be comfortable paying at least $700 million. Anywhere between 700 and 1 billion. So let's say 750 to be on the safe spot, maybe 800 at max. So I was kind of correct on that. So that's good to know. And of course, here's the article statement right here by CNBC. Again, you know, this is all legitimate, obviously. I mean, it's all fake news, let's be real here, but this is the best of the fake news can get. So let's get to work. The key points: the deal would be for the entirety of Rovio's outstanding shares and options, valuing them at 9.25 euros per share, a roughly 19% premium to their closing price before the announcement, Sega said. Rovio's board is in support of the offer, the company added. Yeah, so to a lot of people, I mean, look, Sega buying Rovio is great news for both companies, and here's why. Sega actually spent around $700 million to purchase Rovio, which is a steal at that price. I mean, I looked at Rovio's numbers, and they made like $300 million in revenue just last year alone. So even if Sega did nothing with the Angry Birds brand they just purchased, they will make their money back in about 2.5 years. That's already a steal in itself. Again, you have to realize how business ethics work, people. And then, of course, Sega have stated that this purchase, they will use Rovio to develop mobile games of Sega's IPs, and Sega will help Rovio make console games for Angry Birds. Finally, I'll say this: every developer Sega has bought has grown and become more healthier under Sega. Atlas, Creative, Assembly, Amplitude, and Relic have all grown in size and branched out to make more games. So to all of you who are saying that this is all doom and gloom or the deal doesn't make any sense, look, you have to realize, would you rather have Sega, a company that knows what they're doing, or would you rather have a heartless company like EA, Microsoft, have their bullshit loot box systems and ruin the game and ruin the franchise? Ask yourself that. And of course, they also have this. Creative Assembly has won the Best Place to Work in the Game Industry award for the last 6 years consecutively. Sega is the best thing that could have happened to Rovio. Trust me on this. And Rovio, under the subsidiary of Sega Sammy and under the wing of Sega Europe, meaning the Rovio will most likely stay in Finland, their HQ. For those who are Rovio fans and are not sure what this means and how it will operate, it just means that Rovio will operate under the same as before to a degree, but Sega, unlike other companies, have a history of letting the companies they brought in do what they want. Atlas is a perfect example of that. Angry Birds is loved across the world. Everyone stated that, and I love the merger right here. Well, the acquisition, honestly, and it makes all the sense in the world. Rovio CEO Alexander Pelletier said that Red, the lead character of Angry Birds, and Sonic the Hedgehog were two globally recognizable and iconic characters made by two remarkably different complementary companies with worldwide reach that spans mobile, PC, consoles, and beyond. Exactly right there. You have to realize both companies are similar in a way. Both have iconic characters. I understand that Angry Birds had their time back then, you know, being super mega popular, but then they started to go downhill for making bad business decisions. Sega were the same way also. In the early 2010s, they were on fire. Then in 2012, for some reason, they made some bad, horrible financial decisions. And then, it took them almost a decade to get them back up where they're at right now. I mean, look at Sonic the Hedgehog in 2018. After the mediocre success of Sonic Forces, he was in a fate worse than death. He was in purgatory. He was in a worse fate than death, and I'm not kidding you about that. And ever since 2021, ever since that Sonic Central event, Sonic has been getting nothing but positive news. And now look at where he's at right now after dominating 2022. The same can be said about Angry Birds if it's kept in the right hands. And all the other crossover series, of course, with the Yakuza series, the Persona series, the Puyo Puyo series, obviously for Sega of Japan. Angry Birds is in great hands right here. That's what the founders of Rovio are looking at right now. They want what's best for the company. They want what's best for the franchise. You know, the money at this point is an afterthought. because it's about keeping your legacy alive. If you're, if you're a company like that, people have to realize that. Everybody, let me know what you think about this decision. Like, again, I stated everything. I know a lot of you might be indifferent about this. Do you, like, maybe you don't like the decision, but at the end of the day, here's the important question. Would you rather have Sega own Angry Birds, or would you rather have EA or some heartless piece of shit company out there trying to ruin this franchise? Answer yourself that. I gotta go. Peace out.